I would like to take some 5 minutes, but I promise that it will be no longer this nearly heavy, linguistical, very concentrated text, but some exotic fruits will be served before the coffee on my side. I would like to present you one problem I worried about Lithuanian situation. Only one message, because you have not noticed probably, but Lithuania was in this analysis behind in all parameters. I will not stop on that, I will bring that to our authorities in Lithuania. That's another thing. But what is waiting us ahead, that is the problem. Please look at this picture. I have taken this from Ray Jakendorf parallel architecture, but it's just to have an image. If you go from the left to right, you're going deeper into the brain. You're going deeper and broader into the brain. That's the point. And you have two stops. One is G and another is Z. The G is for Gutenberg. That is Gutenberg attractor. That is phonological text and everything. That is one attractor at which it's concentrated all the technologies we have now. The next stop or attractor is Z, that is for zombie. Whatever zombies I seen on the screen, they are used to frighten me. So I would like to frighten you in this case, that I can just praise the really powerful statistical technologies which are used. They are good, but they could become zombie-like in future. That is my point. So, I will present you two metaphorical images, one visual, another textual, about the brain, and one short linguistical drill to support my message. Because my worry is that for Lithuanian language, we have our homework for centuries done in phonology and syntax. That is clear. We have our language descriptive. But behind the Z, the job have been started or not started even. And it's difficult to explain even for Lithuanian language community. That is my message. And the job to be done here, deeper in the brain, it is like our 20-volume Lithuanian language dictionary. It's 100 years was collected to interpret this dictionary in Chinese characters. It's like this kind of job to be done. It is homework, our homework. We must do just to start now to do. That is about semantics. So, deep into the brain, you know, semantics, nobody knows where it is. That is from Friedman Müller from Cambridge. And it is distributed around the brain. You know, phonology is here, syntax is probably as well localized, but semantics is around all the brain. Very briefly, I will remind how we have our brain formed. When we are born, we really are born with all neurons in places already, but very few connections. Until from the 0 to 2 years old, I will just remind you the fact that this wiring is going so rapidly, tens of millions of synapses in 1 second. And you have maximum on 2 years, and what is done later on? To adulthood, as we now are, it is cut by half. That is kind of pruning. And what is done, and the view is called connectome, now fashionable word for last 5 years. It looks like this cutting taken from Lithuanian folk art. It could be found everywhere. You see, that's what is important. The base is binary. It is white and black. But the message and the coding is analogous. It's not digital. That is connectome. Another story about connectome I found, and I'm fascinated about Sebastian Son connectome book. Book is rather normal, but the story from the Far East about teacher and his student, old teacher and young student, you know. When student is enjoying the water, the stream, and asking, teacher, why does the stream flow? And a teacher answers, F tells water how to move. And then they go over the deep canyon. And the student is asking, teacher, why is the canyon so deep? Water tells the S how to move. That is the answer. So that is dynamic figure of connectome in our brain. The previous was static figure. Those two metaphors mean that language in our brain is a kind of landscape. It's a brain landscape. And what we are doing, going through this, you know, next, okay, to the next zombie area, it's we entering the brain landscape. And it should be really described. Maybe I will stop on that. I have one linguistical drill to show you that the job should be done in spatial structures. The technology is already here, kind of image structures or whatever. That is rather general. It's not linguistical, but interface between spatial and conceptual structure is very heavily language dependent. I have a lot of evidences for that. So, just once again, congratulations for MetaNet community and good coffee time. Thanks.